Yeah.
Yes. 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 What's happening, everybody? How y'all feeling?
Pod folk, what it is though.
Yeah, we back in the building. Like we never left.
Basically.
How you feeling today?
Feeling great, man. I woke up today, so everything else is secondary. You already.
I hear that. Before we get into the usual thing, let's go ahead and first and foremost, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Sincere Da Vinci.
And it's your boy Jay Hunnit.
And this is the Jason Podcast. What's happening? Woo! How y'all feeling?
Damn.
I hope y'all feeling good today. I hope y'all feeling lively.
Yes.
Right.
On this mighty hump day.
Y'all had Monday off. Mm-hmm. You know, it was a holiday.
President's
Day. So we know
Day.
y'all didn't do nothing. Y'all niggas don't even have, half you niggas don't have jobs.
That's a fact.
It's all right.
It's still hard out here for a pimp. Yeah.
When you're trying to get that money for the rent. Oh, man. Did you see Ant-Man? Let me just go ahead and jump out there. I'm going to go ahead and jump out there with that. Did you see Ant-Man yet?
I haven't seen it yet. I'll be quite honest.
Okay.
I heard a lot of great things about it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Because I've seen it.
And then I heard some not so great things about it as well.
Yeah, I haven't talked to you yet, but I would be telling you not so great things.
Interesting. Out of a Marvel movie?
Which is, remember we had that conversation about what was the least important one? Like what was the least memorable?
Yeah.
The least memorable?
Least memorable movies. You had mentioned
Ragnarok.
Ultron back then.
Ultron was the one.
Right. Age of Ultron, right.
Nah, this is
even more like on the back burner. Like we can forget about it for the rest of our lives.
I mean, Ant-Man. We can't forget about it because what it does for the setup.
Mm-hmm.
But you want to talk about 2 hours of me sitting there going, God, this is boring. Like I went in, I was hyped.
Right.
And we started like with the anticipation of we got Kang. Mm-hmm. And this is about to pop off.
And then you're like,
and then like there was some cool parts of it, but it was just
overall.
I forgot who said it on Rotten Tomatoes, but they said it perfectly. They said you can forgive a movie for being bad or for being slow, but this movie committed the sin I can't forgive. It was just boring.
Oh wow!
Like it was boring, bro. Like I remember looking at Grace during the film a couple times and going like, "Is it just me or was this
boring?"
This is not it.
This is not it.
There were jokes that didn't land because
oh god,
he's a standalone character in this one. So like some of the jokes that would usually bounce off other Avengers or other characters, there was that banter wasn't there because you're trying to banter with a nigga who don't banter.
Right.
I'm sure you know by now MODOK is in this.
Yes, correct.
MODOK was a complete waste of a fucking character.
My goodness.
CGI looked fucking terrible. It looked fucking terrible.
So these are
terrible.
So basically, these are one of those like Marvel thuds in a sense where we used to watch. Like, you ever saw the first Incredible Hulk movie?
Yeah,
terrible. Bro.
Yeah.
That shit was hard awful.
It was like, bro, this shit is bad, bro. Like
before the cinematic universe started popping off, Marvel used to make some terrible movies.
Yeah, it was,
like they weren't that good. Yeah, they were pretty bad.
And this was and
just
people are
bad as well.
You want to know what's terrible about it? People were comparing it to Eternals.
Oh wow!
And Eternals was a decent film to me.
I saw that film. It was
like it wasn't
bad. It wasn't bad,
right. And it wasn't the cream of the crop. It was a solid film.
Correct.
This wasn't even this was bad, bro. It was boring. Jonathan Majors, I'm surprised, isn't in a wheelchair because he had to carry this whole film on his back. Without Jonathan Majors, there's nothing to talk about. Yes.
Very good.
Jonathan Majors carried this whole film, bro.
Nah, I feel where you're coming from, bro.
Ant-Man. We're talking about Ant-Man.
Ant-Man.
Which was terrible, bro. Terrible, bro. But since you didn't see it, when you go see it, we can talk about it. Let's talk about something you did see, though.
Bro, but wait, before you jump into the next topic, I mean, so this literally goes in the line of like the first Incredible Hulk, like the first Fantastic Fours. It goes in that realm of like sucky, boring, and like not entertaining. Is that what you're saying?
The film, yes. Jonathan Majors is the GOAT. I can't agree. I don't think Eternals was trash. You go and watch this Ant-Man movie, and you tell me if it was trash.
Right.
Marvel movies becoming a woke trash. I mean, I don't know, but it's just, it wasn't.
I don't know, bro. I'm asking you an honest question because I know we're Marvel fans, for instance. I'm a big fan of Marvel. I also love DC as well, for what they bring. Obviously it's not as I guess as abundant, for instance, as Marvel, but don't you think we're kind of like over the hill already? Like after Endgame, like there's certain movies with Marvel that are coming out to be like so-so, and then Ant-Man is one of them, and like I don't know. It just seems like there's a slight drop off, I think.
I feel like there's a slight drop off because what happened was the beginning of everything up until Endgame was planned out so meticulously.
Right.
Like they had those films literally planned out 7 years in advance, 6 years in advance.
One after the other.
Right, one after the other. These are being planned out 2 to 3 years in advance, which means they have to be written quicker.
Right.
They have to incorporate more because there's more storylines. Right. The people who are writing them are different. And I just feel like the job is becoming harder with less tools.
Right.
The job is becoming harder. We have to create storylines, and we know we're getting Secret War now. We know we're getting these things. We know that we're working towards that. But until we get there, how do we get there? How do we incorporate, Kang? How do we incorporate MODOK? How do we incorporate the Guardians? How do we incorporate the Eternal? Right. And now it's the next film is Guardians.
Correct.
How do we incorporate Adam Warlock?
Exactly.
And even though he's been set up movies ago.
Yeah, I thought he was going to come out like before Endgame, basically. But they might have saved them for they might have saved them for the next phase is what I meant to say.
Right. And that's what I mean. Like they now you have somebody who's writing for this Guardians of the Galaxy.
Right.
For a character who did not have technically when he was in the egg in the first Guardians, his character still technically did not have the green light yet. They were not sure if he was going to use him or not. So imagine writing a film for this Guardians and halfway through it, your boss coming to tell you, by the way, you got to add this super duper powerful nigga who may or may not kill everybody that you wrote about previously to your storyline. The continuity is going to be fucked up.
Yeah.
Like it's so their job is getting harder as they're trying to write these scripts because they're being told part way after the script was already being started. Hey.
Yeah.
Imagine all this shit being done now, bro. And then them closing that deal with Disney and now having access to X-Men and Deadpool and Wolverine coming back. And
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying, and I don't know. It's hey, Miss Jones. I'm afraid this is going towards the same route, sort of like with Star Wars in a sense. Because if you've watched Star Wars, I don't know if you ever watched them, Sincere. To be quite honest, I don't think you've ever been a real big on Star Wars. But when you watch episodes, for instance, 1 through 7, Like you watch them straight basically because it started backwards actually in terms of episodes. But after like I'd say the sixth or seventh one, I can't really remember right now. You could tell that there's some sort of a drop off basically, with the films and with the movies and with the writing and with the roles. And there's things that are like left unexplained, with these recent Star Wars movies that have come out. So you could tell how they're just trying to like just patch things together. And it basically almost becomes a full-on money grab in a sense, bro. And I hate when movies get to that point because I feel like it loses quality overall, of the product, when it just becomes solely like a money grab. And I don't know, that's what I'm sensing, with Marvel at the moment. I mean, I could be completely wrong. There could be a movie that could just turn this whole thing around that we're talking about right now. But that's what I'm thinking, more or less, more along those lines, of like that drop off, from like the height and the peak of the movies, but we'll see.
Well, yeah, we'll see. Jonathan says Kane and Conquer, if they do it right, would literally be 7 movies with the multiverse wars, plus the need to include Secret Wars goes into the multiverse wars. Yeah. So the bottom line is, especially if you're talking about super comic book niggas, the niggas who did get hard because they read comic books, you're not gonna please them. You're not gonna please them.
You're not.
They're never gonna be happy. It's never gonna be accurate enough. It's never gonna be right enough.
It's just like the Harry Potter guys or the Harry Potter people. Like, they always say the book is better than the movie, and like the movie will never impress them. Yeah. But yet they'll still go to the movies and watch it.
They'll go watch it just to say how bad it was.
Exactly.
Like, I saw it was trash. Then why the fuck did you bother watching it? Like, I don't get it. But yeah, them niggas, they will definitely never be pleased. Yeah. But it is what it is. All right, so let's go ahead and get to this. Kansas City wins the Super Bowl.
Wow. And you wearing red too. What you represent for Kansas City?
Yeah, had to make sure I had that on. Had to make sure I had that on for you. Had to make sure I had that on for you. So Kansas City, Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid pulled out a come-from-behind victory against the Philadelphia Eagles to win their second Super Bowl in 4 years.
Dynasty?
Yeah, I see Patrick Mahomes and his boys winning a couple more rings. First thing first. How did you feel about the game overall? How did you feel about
the halftime
everything?
Show?
Yeah, how did you feel about the halftime show? Congratulations to Rihanna and ASAP on their second child.
Baby. Second baby.
Yeah, man, that's beautiful. Congratulations to her. So, and Rihanna has said that she will be giving us music this year. So we are, yeah, I'm happy about that.
Amazing. So yes, this is what we've been waiting for.
We get a baby, and
we thought her being pregnant, we were really not gonna get music ever again from Rihanna. But if she said that out of her mouth or her post?
Yeah, it was on the grill.
Okay. All right. So I'll take her word for it, and I look forward to it because it's been some years.
Yeah, man.
So the game.
Yes. How did you feel about the game itself?
The game itself, I thought it was very entertaining. If you're not a casual football fan, it was. It became a chess match almost, and it was a tale of two halves actually, with the Eagles dominating the first half, and the Chiefs doing what they normally do, which is close out games. And I think they did a spectacular job. I think if in recent memory, there isn't like, how can I put this? I think for a losing quarterback, I think is one of the best performances I've ever seen, aside from what Brady did basically in a losing performance against the Eagles when he threw for like damn near 500 yards in a game.
Yeah.
I thought what Jalen Hurts did was very much admirable, and I thought it was amazing despite, them losing obviously against the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs, they just basically knew how to close the game. They've obviously been there before. They didn't let the pressure get to them. I felt like the Philly defense in the second half was a huge letdown compared to what they did in the first half. And in regards to the halftime show, I thought it was cool. A lot of people were down on it. I was trying to explain to people she's literally pregnant. You could literally see it. You can't expect her to be dancing, her ass off, twerking all over the place, like a free spirit or whatever the case is, because she's literally have a baby. Like she had a baby. She has a baby in her stomach. So it was okay. I thought the performance. I thought it was better than Weeknd's performance, to be quite honest.
That's crazy.
But that's just, that's just me. That's a pregnant Rihanna and all. But overall, I enjoyed the game. I thought the commercials fucking sucked. I thought they were terrible. I don't even remember one of the commercials, I think. Maybe the Fast and Furious commercial. I don't know. I just can't remember the Super Bowl commercials either. But overall,
Jason Momoa and then we'll talk about that another day, Richard.
Yeah, but no, overall, I definitely enjoyed the game. Patrick Mahomes is proving to be top quarterback in the league, basically. He doesn't have a lot of flaws in his game. He's very much clutch. He has short-term memory, which is something that makes quarterbacks great in a sense, where he can make a mistake and just like forget about it, move on to the next play, and just continue to perform. A lot of people are going to argue about the refs, but we have to think about what happened up until that call. And I think a lot of people who are like casual fans, they're just going to blame the refs for it. And they're going to say, oh, they gave the Chiefs the ring. No. I think the Chiefs earned that ring. And I think defensive backs get away with a lot of holding calls that are not actually called in the game. And it so happened that it came at a crucial time and the ref called it. So be it. He was literally holding him. He held him twice during that play. So I don't want to hear the BS about the refs giving, the Chiefs the game and all that nonsense. It's like, come on.
And Juju hit him with the move that made him have to hold.
That's what I thought. That's exactly what I thought, bro. And
I think, okay, first and foremost, Jonathan says the commercials are trash. Old Jersey sold 87-24, way better than Weekend Show. Worst commercials ever. Still Eagles all day though, even though they effed up. Okay, I respect that. As far as that call, I believe in one thing, and I hate to throw this in anyone's face, but if it's a penalty in the first quarter, and a penalty in the second quarter, and a penalty in the third quarter, it's a penalty in clutch time. I hate don't let this call decide the game, because if I don't call it, then the offense is down a player because of the hold, which benefits the defense, which takes the target away from the quarterback who is being rushed by the defense. If I call it, then it's the correct call because it is in fact a penalty. Regardless of when it happens, a penalty is a penalty is a penalty. That is how it works. That is how I've always viewed it. I know it sucks when it's in crunch time. Don't call penalties in crunch time. That's the only thing I can tell you. Like, don't. If you're gonna get caught,
don't force
sleeping,
right?
Exactly. If you're gonna get caught sleeping, or if you're gonna get caught over pursuing, you didn't have to over pursue that. Not on Juju. On Juju, no offense, but Juju, you got caught because instead of playing the zone soft, you pressed up to try to take him out of the play or for a turnover.
Right.
You could have taken 2 steps back once the ball is snapped and played the zone, and it would have completely taken him out of the play anyway, because you're staring at him. Patrick Mahomes cannot throw to him.
Right.
Otherwise, it's an interception. Instead, you decided to jam him at the line, get hit with one move, grab the jersey, and now it's a penalty. Yes, it was a penalty.
And he held him twice on that. I'm telling you, he held him twice on that play, bro.
Chiefs wanted it bad enough in the second half, and that's why they won. I can respect that, jersey.
That's a fact. They closed out the game, yeah.
I'm going to say this really quickly. I told you when we gave our predictions that I did not believe Jalen Hurts was a Super Bowl winning quarterback, and he proved it. Mm-hmm. Jalen Hurts had an amazing game. He had an amazing first half, but the one that me and you literally had a back and forth about this that night.
I remember that.
Yeah, and both of us were right, and I don't think you truly understood what I was saying until later.
Right.
I wasn't questioning his game.
Right.
I wasn't questioning his game. He had an amazing game. If you look at his numbers, he had a better game than Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, he accounted for 4 touchdowns and threw for 300 yards.
The problem was I never once questioned Jalen Hurts' athleticism.
No, that I know.
I never once said that Jalen Hurts is not one of the most athletic quarterbacks or players in the NFL. Mm-hmm. He is, by far. I believe that Jalen Hurts is a top 5 quarterback in the league, bar none. But he is not ready to win a Super Bowl. Because to win a Super Bowl, I said this before and I say it again, there is a difference between a mobile quarterback and a running quarterback. Mobile quarterbacks win you Super Bowls. Running quarterbacks have never won a Super Bowl. When you're talking about running quarterbacks, the Michael Vicks, like those in that lane, they never have won a Super Bowl. And there's a reason why. Because when you depend on your legs and they take that away from you, and you have to depend on your skill from the pocket alone to get it done, can you do it?
Right.
The difference is Patrick Mahomes can kill you from the pocket.
With both. Mm-hmm.
And then if he has to, he can be mobile, which is why he is deadly, which is why he was so great.
Right.
But you look at the Brady, the Peyton Mannings, the Drew Breeses, they're not killing you by running for 4 touchdowns.
No, of course not.
They're going to kill you from the pocket.
Of course.
Jalen Hurts had an amazing first half.
Yep.
3 rushing touchdowns and a passing touchdown. But when that second half came around and they said, we're going to sell out on the QB spy and we're going to sit 2 guys on the end of the line and 1 in the middle to make sure that you don't go anywhere. We're going to give you one-on-one on the outside. All you got to do is get the ball in. He couldn't do it consistent. And in his defense, and in Philly's defense, that boy got some receivers. The first touchdown he threw to A.J. Brown was not about his throwing ability or his IQ. If that was a senior, if that is a veteran corner, that's an interception.
Right.
That's an interception. The second time he tried to throw that shit, it was damn near interception. He fumbled the ball, God knows for what reason, behind the line running it.
And that came back to haunt him at the end of the game as well, which was it was something that I was going to mention. Right. That fumble turned into points. So that's an egg that they left on the field, which came back to haunt them at the end of the game because it was so close.
When you look at some of these passes that he threw, bro, Goddard on the sideline, Goddard over 2 defenders. It wasn't that Jalen Hurts was throwing these perfect balls that were putting it. His guys are fucking talented.
Yeah, they're athletic freaks, definitely. They are between Brown, Smith,
Which is why when you have those weapons, quarterbacks tend to succeed a bit more. Because if he didn't have those guys, imagine what those couple passes would have looked like.
Of course.
Jalen Hurts, if he can, and I believe he can, if he can get a pocket game, boy.
To add with that
add to everything he has?
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
He's scary. It's just not there yet.
I think it's like I said in our last podcast. I believe that Jalen Hurts has been getting better from year to year.
And he is.
So right now that you're mentioning that, I'm hoping as well, because I wish the best for every athlete, from an individual standpoint, because, obviously I'm not an Eagles fan or anything like that, but you always want to see people, at their best. And, even if they're not on your team, you know what I'm saying? And then they're not in my division either, because I'm a Jets fan, unfortunately, but the Eagles are not in our division. You know what I'm saying? That's something that you guys have to deal with because you're a Cowboys fan. But like for me, for instance, like what you just said is key, because I feel like if he can add that next dimension, or if he can add that next skill and hone it as a pocket passer, he's going to be very dangerous.
He's going to be incredible. He's going to be incredible. As he is, the only way he can win a Super Bowl is if he happens to play against another young quarterback,
right,
who is also mobile and not great with the arm.
I mean, I'll be quite honest, bro. In the second half, I felt like for Jalen Hurts personally, the stage got too big for him. And if you've never been there before, it's going to affect you to some extent, especially from a mental standpoint. It's going to affect you.
I mean, but he has been here before, and then Tua took over.
I mean, yeah, but that was the national championship in college. But I understand what they're saying. I'm just saying Super Bowl,
Yeah. What my point is, he was under he had a game where he was doing great in the first half.
Right, and they took him out. And then
he had to be taken out because he was doing shitty. And Tua took him to the promised land.
And I felt like ever since then he got transferred, I think, or he transferred himself to Oklahoma.
Yeah.
And I felt like ever since then he's had a chip on his shoulder, and I feel like he's been getting better as time has gone along. So I give the boy a lot of credit,
Jonathan Rivera says Brett Favre is a runner and he wins. Well, he won one still. Okay, you must first off, what Brett Favre are you talking about? Was a runner
in another dimension? He's talking.
I don't know what Brett Favre.
He's talking about in another dimension that Brett Favre was a runner.
Not the Green Bay Packers leads in every quarterback passing record there has ever been in the NFL. Brett Favre. Not most touchdowns, not most interceptions, not most yardage, not most completions.
He had a little mobility, but that was about it.
Yeah, but he wasn't a running quarterback.
They called him the gunslinger for a reason.
Exactly. His nickname was the gunslinger. Brett Favre was not a runner. I don't know who you watched, but we were not watching the same Brett Favre. All right. NBA trade deadline. This was interesting.
Man.
We're going to go ahead and talk about what we all want to talk about. Kyrie said he wanted to leave.
Right.
They got him the fuck
up trade before the trade deadline. Yeah.
They got him the fuck up out of here. KD was ready to go. They got him the fuck up out of here. Damn. Now. In exchange for all these pieces, they did lose KD and Kyrie.
Of course.
Okay. And Morris. But in return, the Nets got Spencer Dinwiddie. They got Mikal Bridges. They got 3 first-round draft picks.
They have good pieces.
They got 3 first-round draft picks and 3 second-round draft picks.
Yeah.
And somebody else that I'm missing, right? That I can't get off top. That I can't remember off top. Right. That happened.
Right. What was going through your mind as a Net fan?
Thank you. Thank you. Because again, I am not a fan to a name. I am not a fan to an idea. I am a fan to a sport and a team.
Right.
But none of these people pay me.
That's a fact.
I am not a diehard Nets fan that believes that, oh my God, we're going to win. I didn't even say that when they got together. I knew the team that was going to be put together. I supported. I thought we had a chance, but you can't stay healthy.
Right.
You can't stay healthy. What good are you to me?
Right.
If you are a distraction, what good are you to me? I believed, even until they traded them, that this was still a good team. But I did not like the fact that our game plan offensively was give KD the ball, move out the way.
Exactly.
Give Kyrie the ball, move out the way.
That is not an offense.
That's not an offense. Our defense was score more than their offense. That was
terrible. Right.
I didn't like it, but it still worked enough to be playoff ball. But I did not like it, and I was not happy with it.
Right.
One, I was always big on Spencer Dinwiddie. I was not happy we had to give him up
in the first place.
I'm glad we got him back. Bridges. I said this when he was in Phoenix.
Right.
One of the two, if one of the top five, and to me, top two.
Right.
Two-way players in the league.
Right.
You still have Thompson. You got Cam
Thomas.
Cam Thomas going off right now.
Yeah.
As soon as they left, Cam Thomas going off for 40 for 3 straight games.
You guys got pieces.
You got Dinwiddie going crazy. Bridges put up 45 the game before the All-Star break.
Right.
Joe Harris is still there. Seth Curry is coming back from injury. Ben Simmons still ain't shit.
We know that, yeah. Ben Simmons, Jesus.
He has no trade value, but maybe he stays there. And he's the one thing I can give him. He still plays defense. That's the only thing I can give Ben Simmons right now.
Ben Simmons has value, but it's release value. That's what he has.
There you go.
Yeah.
But to me, with those pieces we have now, along with 6 draft picks and the upcoming,
it looks good,
bro. We're in better position than we were before the draft. Everybody wants to say, "Oh no, the Nets don't look good," but we weren't playing for a chip this year. To me,
to some Nets fans, yes, but not the majority. I think.
To me, we were not playing for a chip.
Right.
We weren't. So what we're gonna do? Not get rid of them. Let them leave in the off season and get
without getting nothing in return. Right.
Instead, we got a core of young 24, 25-year-old, 23-year-olds.
It looks good. It looks good.
Who, if you want to be serious, are already 5th in the East.
Right.
Already 5th in the East.
Mm-hmm.
They're already in the playoffs. And they got about 30 games to figure it out before the playoffs get here. I'm curious to see what they do. Remember,
they're an intriguing team. I definitely agree with you.
It's very intriguing because we don't know how it's going to go.
Right. Especially the East has been a little bit more competitive, actually, than the West. Have you realized that,
exactly,
bro?
Nick Claxton is coming into his own.
Mm-hmm.
This is still a good team.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of other trades at the trade deadline. Did anything else stand out to you other than
those were the 2 blockbuster trades, actually? You know, KD going to Phoenix, you know, going Game Genie cheat mode on the NBA again. And, you know, Kyrie going to the Mavs and see how he's going to mesh, you know, with Luka Doncic over there. That's going to be pretty interesting to see as well.
Very good. Okay. Old Jersey Soul 8724 says, very good perspective. I would rather you win by skill on court than just capitalizing on the competition technicality. Exactly.
Of course.
I agree.
Of course.
All right. So now that we talked about the Nets, the Suns. How do you feel about the Suns?
I mean, the Suns, they're pretty much primed to make it to the finals. I mean, I don't know, with the way the Warriors are playing at the moment and the way the West has been super weird this year in a sense when it comes to competitiveness. So I think, the Suns have a clear advantage. And let's be quite honest, when you have KD on your team, you have one of the best closers in the NBA, probably the best closer in the NBA to be exact. And you have someone who could practically score at will, and it takes the pressure off CP3 and it takes the pressure off, Booker as well. So I think the sky's the limit for the Suns, to be quite honest. And I honestly envision them in the finals. I even see them getting past the Warriors in the ECF or prior to that.
I got one word. Antetokounmpo. No matter what, KD.
Now you a fan all of a sudden?
No. Let me finish my statement. I never said the boy couldn't play.
I know you never said that, but you've always made like these like discrediting comments against Antetokounmpo.
No, what I say about him, I love him as a human. He is a lovable person.
Oh no, he's fantastic.
He is a lovable human being.
The Greek freak is fantastic.
He's one of my favorite people in sports. Right. He's amazing.
Yeah.
If you don't like him, you have problems. But he has flaws in his skill set, and I don't overlook those flaws because what he's really good at, and it makes him dominant. But for someone as dominant as he is, I hate to see when you are at the 3-point line,
right,
and you step up and you pull a 3, and there's no one in front of you. I hate it. I hate to see it. I hate when Joel Embiid does it. Like they are just that's the league we're in, and I get it. I do.
Right.
But my point was Antetokounmpo. Do you remember what he did? Do you remember what he did to DeAndre Ayton last year? Remember that?
He shut him down.
And then he put a 50 ball on his head.
Put a 50 burger to end it.
Yeah. Ball game.
Yeah.
I don't care what you got with KD. He ain't enough help. I feel
like you feel a certain way because KD is with the Suns now.
No, I told you
about that.
No, because KD. Well, why would I feel a certain way if I was happy he left?
I mean, that's what you're saying. What you're saying, what you can feel, can be two different things.
Again, you gotta remember, I'm a fan of the sport.
All right,
I'm a fan of the sport.
I'm just saying, and you can't leave Boston out of the mix either, because Boston and Philadelphia,
Boston is great.
They're playing great basketball.
But just to finish what I'm saying about the Suns, I do believe the Suns are poised in the West to come out of it.
I think so too.
I just don't think if they run into the Bucks, I don't believe that there is enough reinforcements for Giannis.
So it'll be a matchup problem, basically, is what you're saying for the Suns if they were to be pinned, against the Bucks. I see what you mean.
The Mavs. I think this works well to start, and then I think it falls apart.
I think I agree with that as well. I envision them having like a second round exit. That's what I envision at the moment.
Not for Luka, not for anything else other than Kyrie Irving is so fucking talented. I watch him play, bro, and he has a lot of baggage. As butter.
He is.
You want to talk about? Let me get this statement out.
Probably the smoothest player in the NBA that there is.
Let me get
aside from Ja Morant.
Let me get this statement out. We can have this argument all you want later.
Mm-hmm.
Kyrie Irving is the best handler of the basketball ever.
Oh yeah,
Kyrie Irving has the best handles in NBA history.
I constantly argue with Alex about that. And he says, he mentions AI, and I'm like, Kyrie is a spawn, yes, of AI, but I think he's a better version in terms of ball handling, in terms of shooting, in terms of creating his own shot.
Bro,
he is very gifted.
it looks literally effortless.
Yeah.
Effortless.
It's like he has the ball on
If
a
you
string.
ever played ball, you know some of the shit that he be doing.
Mm-hmm.
To make it look effortless is sick.
Yeah, it is.
I think the man
He's a
situation is
super
bad.
player.
I think the man situation is bad because I don't think they have the
They're
bench
both
support,
ball dominant.
and I don't think they have the bench support down the stretch to help. I
True.
think if we're talking about big threes and starting fives, oh yeah, they have one. They have a top 10 starting five,
Right.
but that bench is weak. I don't believe in the coaching.
They can't compete against the Suns. They cannot compete against the Clippers. They can't compete against the Grizzlies. I think personally, definitely not the Nuggets.
Nope.
Definitely not the Nuggets.
Nope.
Nuggets.
Westbrook signing with the Clippers.
With the Clippers, right?
Is he a starter or he coming off the bench?
I don't know. I'm guessing.
I'm asking you, what do you think he should be doing?
They let go of Pat Bev. He should come off the bench, but they let off.
The Lakers let go of Pat Bev. He's in
the
Chicago
Lakers
now.
let him go. Right.
He's in Chicago now.
Correct.
Who do you think? I think Westbrook needs to be starting. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think
he should be a shooting guard.
I don't think this works. I don't think it works because remember the reason PG left was because of Westbrook.
Yeah, you could say that.
And now you bring him to a team. I don't think it works. The Knicks.
I think it hasn't been working with Westbrook for a while now. I think
the Knicks.
New York Knickerbockers.
How they looking to you? They are in 6th place, right behind my Nets. They beat the Nets right before All-Star break, which again isn't saying much because it was
a
shamble of some people playing, some people not.
Right.
How do you feel about the Knicks? What they got? They went and got Josh Hart, right?
We got Josh Hart, correct? Yes.
I think that was one of the best moves y'all could have done ever.
I think so too.
Instant impact.
Yes.
Instant impact.
I thought it was a solid acquisition, in part of the Knicks, which is very rare for the Knicks to do something like that. But you got to give credit where credit is due. I'll be quite honest. I see another second round exit. I at least see them eclipsing, the first round. But I see like another second round exit, with the Knicks. I like what Brunson is doing this year. I like what Randall is also obviously doing this year as well. And I think in terms of a championship, we don't have one. That you just have to be quite honest about the Knicks. I'm very realistic as a Knicks fan. You should already know that. I'm not one of those delusional ones that say, "Yo, New York is back." You know what I'm saying? We got this championship wrapped up. Like, nah, you're never gonna hear that from me.
New York, the Knicks.
Because I've seen this movie many times with my Knicks.
I say about the Knicks, like I say about the Nets. Mm-hmm. The Knicks are a playoff team now.
Yeah, of course.
But they're a low seed playoff team.
Of course.
They're a 7th, 6th at best.
Right.
At best, 5th seed.
Of course.
The Nets, before all of this, was a high playoff seed, but they were not in contention. Right. I don't know where to place them now, but I'm still willing to bet. I know this sounds crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still willing to bet. Give them a month of playing together. I'm still willing to bet the Nets are better than the Knicks.
You know what?
Just with all the pieces they have, bro.
I'm willing to say the same thing too. Like a lot of people were down on the Nets, especially after KD and Kyrie left. But I still think they have a good nucleus. They have a lot of good pieces, and I believe they have better pieces than us currently, with the Knicks.
Keep Brunson.
I think they have more firepower. I think they have better defensive players than we do, in New York. And I mean, I'd be a super Knicks fan to like not admit that about the Nets, But I believe you guys do have a better team, and you guys do have a better chance, to advance. Basically, I don't see you guys going past the second round either. But
no,
that's just my
yeah. That's
just my take
I think
on
that's the
that.
cap. I think that's the cap.
Right. But they do have a better team, I think, on paper and on the court than the New York Knicks. I could agree to that.
We need another true big behind
Yes.
Claxton. I'm not comfortable with Claxton yet because even though he is good at what he does and defensive, I watched him play 28 minutes the other night and give me 9 rebounds.
Right.
He gave me 5 points and 9 rebounds. I need more than that from my center.
Of course.
All-Star Weekend. All I got, if we talk about All-Star Weekend, congratulations to Dame Lillard on winning the 3-point contest. Congratulations on to Jason Tatum setting a new scoring record.
Yeah.
And winning MVP. But there's only one name that needs to be said to sum up all of NBA All-Star Weekend.
Yes, sir.
The new 76er, Matt McClung.
Yeah.
That's it.
He showed out, man.
That's it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you missed out.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit bitter for him because Lisa Leslie gave him a 49 on one of his dunks when it should have been a 50.
Right.
And because of that, there's still never been a player to get 4 straight 50s.
Yeah.
He's one of 3 players who have gotten 3 50s.
3 straight 50s, right.
Like,
man, that last dunk, man, that was amazing. What was that, like a 720? Sheesh. That last dunk was sick, man.
It was amazing.
Kudos to him. And
I knew he was going to go stupid because I've seen him on the internet.
Yeah, me too. And for those people, who were like down on it, saying, "Oh, a white man winning the dunk contest during Black History Month," shut the fuck up. Like, what the fuck? Like,
niggas are bored and they have anything.
Oh my god!
Any reason to complain about anything? Yeah, I don't care about winning. Shut up. Jesus fucking Christ.
Like, just congratulate. Leave the hating alone for a little bit. Like, just drop the hate a little bit and just congratulate.
Jesus Christ.
Let's exercise that energy, people. Let's settle down. Calm down.
Lord. All right. So, I have a question.
I may have an answer.
So, having a conversation with a couple of my friends.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the questions was,
what was the question?
One of my homies had to go to the bathroom while they were here. And we were talking about, going to take a shit.
Okay.
Can you really truly comfortably poop in public or someone else's house that's not your own?
Is this an honest question?
Yes. Because there's some people who can't poop unless they're at home.
Right, unless they're in the comforts of their
own space.
No, I understand where you're coming from. Personally, me, obviously I can only speak for myself. I can, yes.
I would hope so.
Yes, I can. I can go to a public place and poop. The only condition is that I have to be left in peace when I do it. So, in regards to this, I had a little situation at a gas station one time where I went inside. I had to use the bathroom. I don't remember if I had the runs, but I really had to use the bathroom basically. So right. I went in and I was sitting there, just patiently waiting. And someone came knocking on the door. So I said, one moment. Then about literally 30 seconds later, because I counted it like in my mind, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, et cetera, et cetera. They knock again. And I'm like, I am not doing number 1. I'm doing number 2. I said that from the bathroom. you know, from inside, obviously.
I'm doing number 2.
Exactly.
I'm taking a kaki.
Exactly. I was like, I'm not doing a number 1. They didn't say anything. They didn't reply.
What's up, Stacy? Stacy says absolutely can poop anywhere.
Okay. Yeah, she's just like me. So I'm sitting there in the toilet, and you know, I think like another maybe 25 seconds pass or something like that, and the person knocks again. I was like, listen, I'm not gonna be done for the time being. So I don't know if you want to go use the bathroom somewhere else, but you know, I literally spoke to this person that way, like sitting on the toilet. They was like, nah, fuck that. You gotta get out the bathroom. And I was like, okay. I was like, just give me one moment. So what I did was I took a lot of tissue, a whole lot of tissue, and I put it into the toilet bowl. And I made sure and I shit it on top of it just enough so it can clog the toilet. And I was like, just give me one moment. Don't worry about it. You know, I didn't even like fight back, or I didn't even like argue with the person or curse them out or anything like that. I just put mad tissue. There was like,
so it was doo-doo and then tissue and then more doo-doo.
And then more doo-doo, exactly.
Okay, so
it was like a Big Mac of doo-doo, basically.
Here you go, copy.
You know, with the bread in between, you know, and all that.
I got you.
So I made sure and I put all that toilet paper, and there was like 4 or 5 rolls to my luck. So I made sure and put everything in there, and then I made sure and I put shit on top of it.
What's up, Nikki?
And hey, Nikki. And then after that, what I did was,
Nikki said, Jay, you're an asshole for that.
I mean, hey, they were interrupting me and they started cursing at me. So I'm like, you know what? It is what it is. So I made sure.
Yeah, don't forget to comment, people. Let us know if y'all mind, if y'all don't, you know, how are y'all comfortable pooping in public?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all let us know. Go ahead, Jay. Let's get it.
Let us know. So I made sure, and you know, I hit the little handle to make sure that nothing was going down. I was like, all right, this is perfectly set up. There's doo-doo, you know, all over the place. There's tissue all over the place. So I'm like, all right. So I think now it's time to like get up and leave. And this person has to deal with this smell because it was really smelly. Because it was one of those shits. Again, I don't know if I had the runs or something like that, but it was really smelly. And you know when it's really smelly, when you can smell it yourself. Because usually, you know, when you take like a normal shit, for instance, you can't really smell it. Other people can, but you can't really smell it. But when you really smell your shit, it's like, oh yeah, this is a big one. This is a brick. Yeah. So I came out of the bathroom and I had like this Tim Duncan expression, you know, and I just looked at the person and they was like, they said something and I just walked away basically. You know, the person didn't touch me or anything and I just walked away and I just left. And upon leaving the door, I just heard, motherfucker. That's all I heard. And then I just walked out. And I went, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No. And then I just walked out. I laughed and I walked out. And I didn't go back to that gas station for like the next like few months or something like that, because I'm sure, you know,
Nikki
they were complaining about it.
They don't own the store. Them plumbing bills is outrageous. They said you might as well have smeared it on the wall, you child. Gross. Stacy says, thrown on the floor laughing. A shitty deluxe. Crazy. That's fucking nasty. Maybe I'm shitting wherever I gotta go, baby.
Hey, my dude.
Wherever I gotta
That's why we co-host.
Yo, hey, I'll take you to Browntown, no matter where.
Hey,
you're now. Here's a more important question. Here's a more intricate question.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all again chime in with this in the
comment section. Yeah.
Do you gotta be butt ass when you taking a shit?
Nah, I don't. I don't personally. But there's some people that I know that they do have to strip naked basically.
Yeah.
And I respect that as well. You know, I respect the newspaper reader or the internet reader or the email reader.
That's me.
Or that the bathroom turns into their office kind of person. Like I respect all those people because
I'm in the bathroom for an hour.
I think I think the most personal time that you have to yourself is literally when you're in the bathroom, I think.
Right.
And it's like it's just you one on one with the four walls, the toilet, the sink if there's one, if there's a bathtub as well. I think that's a very, very personal moment. And wherever it is, I just hope that you can do it in peace.
Yep.
Like that lady did not let me that day do it in peace. And I think she was a Karen too, if I'm not mistaken. But it's just one of those things, like it's a sanctuary. Like the bathroom is a personal sanctuary for me. Like I think about things in the bathroom that I don't think about outside of it, basically, because I'm on the run, I'm on the go, I'm doing a lot of things, speaking to people, texting, on phone calls or whatever. But I ignore my phone calls when I'm in the bathroom.
Yeah, no, I'm not answering the phone in the bathroom.
I'm not answering the phone in the bathroom, and I may not answer your text either right away in the bathroom because that's my me time.
Me time.
Exactly.
For me. Oh, Nikki, I hate you. She said that's sincere for hours and hours. An hour of money long voice.
I respect that, bro. If you're in the bathroom for hours, then that's you. That's your escape.
I will always prefer to shit at home, but from time to time I will shit in public. Says Nikki. Stacy says nope. Ain't nobody getting butt ass. I just need to focus and imagine the journey my shit got to take, and voila. For me, B, I gotta
get butt ass, bro.
Only when I know it's about to get nasty, B.
Okay, I respect that.
Like when you got today. Let me tell you what happened. I was out this morning when I was texting you, right? I said I'll be home at like 10:30, B. I had this coffee situation and some chocolate in it. It was delicious. But I was about 25 minutes from the crib. My stomach said bloop, 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 bloop. I was like,
uh-oh.
I got a couple minutes from the house and I was sitting there in the driver's seat, like turning, trying not to turtle head.
Yeah.
I got home and I already felt.
No one was in the bathroom?
Nah. You been in my crib. I got 3 bathrooms. Ain't nobody in the
bathroom. True. But that's the worst though. When you really got to shit and someone's in the bathroom. Oh my God.
I went and immediately I stripped down to nothing but socks, my nigga. Because I knew
Mike.
I knew how this gotta go. And I hit the toilet and it was sound like a Jamaican party. It was crazy. Kind of like a Jamaican DJ just came in my bathroom. That was crazy, bro.
Damn.
I was in there sweating and stanking.
Nah, but sometimes those be the best moments too.
Bro, it felt great.
It be feeling like glory.
It did. It felt wondrous. It felt wondrous. And the doodle. Nah, I ain't gotta always be butt ass.
But at that moment,
at that moment,
we went Magic Mike.
Yeah. See, I feel like if situation, hold on, nigga said, I feel like if it's a situation, your ass should be hitting the shower after. Exactly. Nicole.
I agree with that. Especially if it's a shit situation.
Yeah, I just also feel like niggas talk about if you farting on fart in his pants. Nah. So yeah, I'm not getting butt ass to do nigga. I'm like, nah. I'm not getting butt ass to take a shit, B. I'm not getting butt ass to fuck, nigga. Like I'm keeping my socks on. So you think I'm gonna get butt ass to shit?
Keeping the clap cleats on.
Gotta have the clap cleats ready. Gotta have the clap cleats on deck. On deck. Did you get your clap cleats? Did you get? Never mind. Yes. You know what? I'm about to say, did you put some work in with your clap cleats overseas?
Not overseas, because it's pretty hot. So like to put on like socks overseas is like, I don't know. Nah, I just did it like Adam, back in the Bible.
That's nasty.
How is that nasty?
It's nasty.
How is that nasty?
It's nasty. It's
like
nasty.
Adam back in the Bible? How's that nasty?
Yeah, cock the leg up, just let the balls hang freely. When niggas don't know when a nigga cock that leg up and he get that you know what I mean? He cock that leg up and he get that position. It's over. It's over. It's over. I still haven't used my clap clip. You playing games. You playing games. Once a nigga get the trajectory into the booty that he need, it's over.
Oh, it's over.
So cut that leg up, it's over.
Oh, it's over.
So yeah, and then send you home in the Uber pool.
Uber pool, they still have that? Oh no, shit.
Yo, it's a nigga, we gonna get out of here. But a nigga sending you home in an Uber pool after a booty call.
Don't think much of you.
Yo, that's nasty work, B. That's nasty work. That's nasty work. All right. So we done got she said I wasn't getting regular eggplant.
Okay,
gotcha.
All right, gotcha. TMI, but we got you.
She was gonna get regular eggplant. Hey, I hope when you're getting some regular eggplant, put those to use. Sure. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of our show this week. We're gonna get the fuck up out of here.
Yes, sir.
We appreciate y'all tuning in. Really, we do.
Thank you to everybody
taking some time with us.
Follow us everywhere.
Follow
get that merch.
Everywhere.
Shout out to my sister on getting that merch.
Yeah, do all that. Go get some merch, share, follow, mention all that. That's it, y'all. We appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all next week. And that's it.
That's it.
We out of here.
We out of here, pop folk.
Wow.